Alright, hello, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So I'm actually pretty surprised by this. I mean, it was pretty obvious when we saw them on, like, the banner for Buhan. But that being said, I would have figured they would have saved these guys for, like, New Year's or, anniversary, Golden Week, something like that. Uh, Pretty surprising to just see both of them drop in a monthly. But, I mean, here we are. So the typical song and dance here. Translations, courtesy of Minito. Since Dokkan Global doesn't know how to post them apparently. I'm pretty excited to see how good these guys are going to be. It has been a little bit since these have been posted. I mean, it's 12 hours ago. I was asleep and such. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully they're pretty good. I'm expecting good things. I've seen people say they're good, but I haven't actually read the kits or anything myself yet. But yeah, without further ado, let's just we'll do Goku first. Yeah, it makes sense because I have pulled up like this. Okay, let's see what we got here. Also, one thing real quick. We'll see in the data download tonight, since Int Ultimate Gohan Super EZA comes out tonight, I believe. So the data download does have to be tonight. And we will see there if they update the transformation condition at all. I believe how it works currently in game, and I can just check this real quick on my own. But I believe it's 80% HP or higher. The enemy has to be 80% HP or higher, starting from the fourth turn from the start of battle, or maybe the third. I'm gonna double check that real quick. But I mean, obviously not the best HP condition to have. No doubt, especially because of the fact that you know our characters are just doing so much damage. So I mean, these guys might potentially just be like locked into Super Saiyan like 2 form for now. It's definitely possible. And then once like 10th anniversary comes around, maybe we'll be able to see them transform then. Unless they update it. We gotta hope they update it. But yeah, it transforms when facing only one enemy whose HP is 80% or more, starting from the third turn from the start of battle. Awful condition. There's 3 conditions there. So just keep that in mind. We really need to greatly pay attention to how good the bases are. Without further ado, let's just hop right in here. So Otherworld Warrior, Super Saiyan 3 category, key 3, HP, attack, and defense 170%. Raise attack and defense for 1 turn, cause immense damage to enemy. That's unfortunate. Only a normal raise, huh? What was it before? Okay. Well, Goku. I bet it's Goku had just attack it and then Vegeta had defense, right? Yeah. Okay, so they just added another normal raise. I would have figured they would have got like a greatly. Okay, maybe they have some like additionals in here. Key 2, attack and defense 150%. High chance to evade enemy attack, including super attacks. Plus an additional death boost by up to 120%, more HP remaining, greater boost, and chance to evade enemy attacks, including super attacks, plus 20% when HP is 50% or above. Okay. So you really need to be high, well, at least over 50% HP for Goku. I mean, that as long as you're above 50%, you do have a great chance to dodge, essentially. But if you fall below that'd be kind of worrying. With all because his HP, his defense, excuse me, is based off HP, high HP as well. So the lower you get really scary with this guy. Okay. Plus an additional attack boost by up to 120%, less HP remaining, greater, and chance to perform a critical hit plus 20% when HP is 50%. What? Oh, that okay. So 20% crit when HP is 50% or below. I don't know if that's a good trade-off for 20% dodge. Me personally. Creates a random type of key sphere to rainbow key spheres when there is a Majin Buu Saga enemy or another ally attacking the same turn. Okay. Um, I don't like restrictions, but at least Buu Saga's pretty good, and I would have to imagine the upcoming carnival is going to be Buu Saga. I'm honestly thinking it's probably going to be a Gotenks. I think it's probably going to be like a Super Saiyan 1 into Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, is my bet. Uh, I'd also kind of really like it to be Kid Buu and him to be like bad just because it'd be really funny. But my actual realistic bet is Gotenks. We'll see though. So I mean, if he's a 200% Majin Buu Saga leader, especially with all the Majin Buu Saga buffs we had this year, that'll be really nice. Chance to perform critical hit plus 50% with a rainbow key sphere obtained. Attack and defense plus 120% when attacking with 3 or more key spheres obtained. Um. Okay. Interesting. I am also gonna do calcs at the end here. I don't know. I mean, this is multiplicative, to be fair, and he is rainbow orb changing, 70% chance to dodge. I feel like I do want to see exactly what his defense is gonna be. I feel like he could potentially even get hurt by some normals. Some of the real big ones. I'm not sure what his exact defense is gonna be like, but I mean it's gonna be really dependent on your HP. To be fair. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. I mean, 70% chance to dodge is good as long as he like. I know a lot of people like see, oh, it's dodge or die against supers. I mean, for me, honestly, as long as the unit double digit tanks all normals and they have the 70% chance to dodge the super, I mean that's more than fine for me. So if that's what he's doing, I'll take that. But I'm not really sure. Just this, we'll have to see. But yeah, let's check out Super Saiyan 3 now. Okay. Greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn, immense damage, great chance to stun. Okay, that's definitely a great improvement. T3, attack and defense plus 200%. High chance to evade enemy attacks. Plus an additional defense boost up to 150%, more HP remaining, greater boost. Chance to evade enemy attack, including super attack, 30%, plus 30% when HP is 50% or above. Plus an additional attack boost up to 150, less HP, greater. Chance to perform critical hit, plus 30% when HP is 50% or below. Changes a random type of key spheres to rainbow key spheres when there's another Majin Buu Saga enemy or ally attacking the same turn. Chance to perform critical hit plus 70% with a rainbow key sphere obtained. Attack and defense plus 133% when attacking with 3 or more key spheres obtained. And launch an additional super attack and performs a critical hit when. What? When. What? Why is. Am I. Okay. He already has 70% chance to crit. And if you wouldn't want to be, but if you're under 50%, yeah, you're already guaranteed critting. What is what is the point of this? What does this accomplish? Uh, I'm not crazy here, right? That's kind of a worthless effect. That's pretty worthless, to be honest. I don't like that. Now this looks much better than Super Saiyan 2. I mean, especially we're up to 80%, and he's definitely tanking, normals at this point. I don't think he would tank like big supers, but once again, I'll do the calcs later on. But that being said, I mean, hmm, as long as you're over 50% HP, I think you'll be decent. This is like a very confusing effect to have. Like, honestly, he should have just had why not? Like, I'd sacrifice the guaranteed additional super. If this instead was another additional, but they were both great chances. Genuinely, like when collecting 6 or more key spheres, I'll launch 2 additional attacks that have a great chance to be a super. That's honestly what I would do. I think this is pretty worthless. This right here. He seems pretty solid, but I'm just this is really like why is this here? This is a worthless effect. Okay. He seems decent though. All right, let's see what Vegeta has. Now, Vegeta, if I do recall, now I do want to check this actually. I believe he already has a pretty good setup in his transform state. He already does get guard, with 6 or more key spheres obtained. So honestly, I feel like that is another thing with these guys. 3 and 6 can, back in the day, I remember that being kind of annoying for running these guys. I mean, they do rainbow orb change now, to be fair, though. So it'll definitely be less annoying, but I feel like they should have just made this like 2 and 4 to make it a bit more easily accessible, because there are going to be times where you're going to miss out on this. I feel like you're effectively always going to have this one. I mean, there's going to be some scenarios, sure, but especially because I don't know if I'd really say he's a slot 1. Um, I mean, 80% chance to dodge. But he is going to have a lot of his defense from super attacking, so we'll see. I don't know. That just I still can't get over that crit. All right, let's see what Vegeta got here. All right, Super Saiyan 2 or Resurrected Warriors category key 3, HP attack and defense was 170%. Raise attack and defense for 1 turn, immense damage enemy. Key 2, attack and defense was 150%. Oh, reduced damage received by 30%. So they're just giving him damage reduction when he already has guard, huh? Okay. Okay. Cool. Plus an additional attack boost by up to 120%, more HP remaining, greater attack boost, and great chance to launch an additional super attack when HP is 50% or above. Plus an additional def boost by up to 120%, less HP remaining, the greater def boost, and guards all attacks when HP is 50% or below. So with him, you want to be below 50% HP. Interesting. I mean, the guard. I mean, I already said he already has it with 6 key spheres in before he's EZA'd. So I have to imagine that stays. I wonder what they changed the effect to then, or does he just have sort of double like Goku does with crit? Okay. Random key sphere to rainbow key sphere. When there's Majin Buu Saga, enemy or ally. Reduce damage received by an additional 20% with a rainbow key sphere obtained. Attack and defense is 120% when attacking, 3 or more key spheres obtained. Okay, so he has 50% damage reduction, and he can have guard in base. I mean, he does have guard in when he's transformed. I mean, I already know that. That's okay. That's pretty good. Hold on. Let's see what we got here. Greatly raise attack and defense 1 turn. Immense damage to enemy with a great chance to stun. Key 3 attack and defense plus 200%. Reduce damage received by 33%, so up 3% more. Attack boost up to 150%. More HP remaining. Greater boost. Launch additional super attack. Okay, so that just goes to a guaranteed super when HP is 50% or above. Plus an additional defense boost by up to 150%. Less HP remaining. Greater. The boost guards all attacks when HP is 50% or below. Changes a random type of key sphere to rainbow key sphere when the Majin Buu Saga enemy or ally. Reduce damage received by an additional 33% with a rainbow key sphere obtained. So that's actually jumped up 13%. So you can have 66% damage reduction. Okay, attack and defense plus 130% when attacking. Attacks effective against all types. 3 or more key sphere obtained. So he has 3% less when attacking, but he also gets the effective since he doesn't have like crits built in. Oh, wait, what? Attack and defense plus 66% when attacking. Guards all attacks at 6. What? Where the hell was that on Goku? I'm sorry? Am I missing something? Guard, 66% damage reduction, guaranteed super, greatly raise. Now, to be fair, To be fair, his defense this boost, less HP remaining the greater the boost. So I mean, if you're at like full HP, which a lot of the times, you are going to be higher HP than not in this meta. Um, you're not going to really get to see too much of this boost. To be fair, but they're just giving him an extra 63% multiplicative. And what? Is he going to be hitting harder than Goku? Am I crazy? I feel like I have to be missing something, right? Hold on, let me. It's got to be like the links, right? I mean, that's just. I'm so lost. I mean, Vegeta just has constant attack links. Every single one of Vegeta's links gives him attack. I'm checking in game here. What? They I not even all of Goku's give him attack. I'm sorry, what am I missing? Is Vegeta just better? Dokkan actually made a Vegeta that's just outright better with the Goku that's releasing at the same time. Like, am I crazy here? Vegeta just has the guaranteed. I mean, when you're under 50%, sure. But he's gonna even be better defensively under 50%. Yeah, because he's gonna have this attack boost, and Goku's not gonna really have access to his. Vegeta's getting more multiplicative, 63% more multiplicative. Sort of phase 2 attack. What? So he's gonna be better defensively and better offensively. Um, I feel like I have to not be like thinking of something here because I don't understand. I'm I'm keeping it real. I don't get it. It's actually a bit shocking that Vegeta is better. I mean, I'm a Vegeta fan, so I'll take it. But like why does Goku just have this like useless guaranteed crit here, and then Vegeta has a whole extra 63% phase 2 buff? I mean, he also has super effective against all types, so like he's gonna be really good. I'm what the hell? Okay, all right, sure. Now the only issue for me is that my Goku is Rainbow and my Vegeta's only 55%. Damn, they're really trying to bait me to get on this Buhan banner because I only have 55% on my Ultimate Gohan too, huh? I don't know. I don't know. That's so crazy to me. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut away here in just a moment and start getting into the calcs. I'll get them all set up and ready, and then we'll go over them at the end. But like, I'm sorry, I just don't see a scenario where Goku is even near the level of Vegeta. I really don't. Like, I feel like Goku is more in tune with like a sort of Kefla tier, Gotenks tier. Vegeta, I mean, now to be fair, right? Well, I don't know. Goku might actually be higher than that. I don't know. He's definitely not in the same tier though. Like, I feel like Vegeta's on Beerus tier. Now the only issue with that is Beerus can actually slot one. Now a lot of Vegeta's sort of defense is coming from phase 2, so he can't sit slot 1. But he will get more defensive than Beerus in general, just as a sort of slot 2 or 3. And to be fair, he doesn't support, but he does Rainbow Orb Change, and I mean, he wants a lot of those himself. But still, I feel like he's in like the upper tier, while Goku might just be like in the lower tier. I mean, they both look like you can run both definitely, but I'm just like I can't believe it. I don't know. All right, we'll be back. We'll get the calcs ready, see just how good both of them are. But I'm just I feel like Goku might have needed some more. I mean, he's gonna tank normals, but Vegeta is just gonna be able to tank supers, like no doubt. I can already. He's definitely gonna be able to tank supers. Goku, we'll see. We'll be back. All right. We are back here. I did get all the calcs done. Now I will say I realized once I started doing them, I was unaware on how to do the sort of calcs for the ability here. Let me show this. For both Goku and Vegeta. I was actually unaware how this sort of defense, based off HP remaining or lower HP, sort of mechanic. I actually did not know how it worked. So I was actually looking into it, and I realized the old wiki is still being updated. I didn't know that, but they do actually have that on here. So as far as we know, I mean, this might change with the data download, to be fair. So keep that in mind. But at full HP for Vegeta, the defense boost is 20%. And this does stay, let me show. Here, let me click here. This does stay the same in his Majin Vegeta form. Got Extreme Z Awaken again. It's 20% for both. So just keep that in mind. And for Goku, his cannot go lower than 10%. At full HP, that's how his is, and Vegeta's is lower HP. Now, with all that being said, here we go. So Super Saiyan 2 Goku. When I was going over him, I was like, oh, I don't know, I will want to see the calcs, and this is sort of why. When you're at full HP, he should. I mean, he'll take damage from some normals with maxing out at 789, but I mean, this is also without like any like defense equips or something. To be fair, that being said, he will take damage. Now, it is granted he does have the 50% chance to dodge, which actually it's 70% and when you're over the HP threshold. So I mean, you do have the chance to dodge, but you can take damage from some normals with Goku. And when you go to the lower HP, especially like if you're under 50%, like this guy is. Now, to be fair, real quick, I do have these calc at the highest and the lowest for the HP, if you get what I mean. So I mean it's like 10% and 120%. I don't have it calced in the middle of like say 50 or 60%, something like that. So that is something to make note of. But I mean you could somewhere in the middle of these. I mean, what is this, like a roughly 80k gap? I mean, you could say an extra like 40k here, and you can extrapolate like that, right? So I don't have that shown, but roughly, still pretty bad defensively if you're like you need to be full HP for Goku is what I'm getting at here. So or really hope you're lucky with the dodge, because he can take damage from some of the bigger normals, and that is definitely a concern, because this is right before a power creep, and the normals are only going to get more damaging, not less. So I don't know. Goku, I think he's decent now, but you can have issues. Now that being said, Super Saiyan 3 obviously is quite a bit up. I mean, we go up to 2.1 mil here. I mean, he's tanking all normals. Obviously, in that scenario, even at the lowest HP, he can tank all normals so long as you get the 6 orbs. Well, with the support, I mean, I think there's actually some normals that could even cut through this. Like for example, like Janemba when he's like really boosted up or something, especially with type and class advantage. But for the most part, once he's in Super Saiyan 3, especially because when you're fuller HP or have full HP, he'll be at 80% chance to dodge. But when you drop under 50%, that can be kind of scary. So do keep that in mind. But obviously a substantial improvement from Super Saiyan 2, and I do think he'll be pretty runnable, pretty good. That all being said, um, I mean, I was like so confused when looking at the details here, and it really shows. I mean, we go to Vegeta now, and Vegeta is sort of flipped, so he's at his lowest defensively when he's highest HP. Now, to be fair, uh, he does get the additional, which in base is only a sort of, what is it? Um, Great chance, right? It's only a great chance to be a super. Yeah, but it is guaranteed in Majin. Oh, my bad. Yeah. So do keep that in mind. But I mean, this is with 50% damage reduction. So, I mean, he's gonna tank, all normals in this scenario, but he would also die to the supers. Both of them would. Now, when you get lower HP, you do also have the guard, and I'm not going to pretend to have that all calced out, but even in base, I'm pretty confident. Like, if you're at your lowest HP, you're under 50%, you have the guard, you have the damage reduction, he would still die to supers. I'm pretty confident. Now, that being said, once you go into Majin, things do change. I mean, this is his sort of, it's weird, but this is his best case scenario. So this is calculated as full. Now, I don't know what HP, to be fair, you could see this at. And once again, you can extrapolate sort of with the defense, somewhere in the middle. I mean, it's like 100,000 difference. So I mean, you could say 50,000, extra. So, you know, 328 roughly start a turn, and extrapolate from there. But that being said, with now in this form, it is 66% damage reduction and guard. He even at the full HP. So let's say you only get the one additional full HP. You have your guard, you have your 66% damage reduction. Even in this, even right here, actually, let's not even look at supported. Even right here, 1.8, 66% damage reduction guard. I'm pretty sure, I don't know for certain, but I'm pretty sure he's tanking like every super in the game. he gets pretty insane once he's in Majin Vegeta. Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta is still good, but like the jump in power is pretty significant. And that being said, you are going to be higher HP more often than not. And that being considered, I mean, I really don't know what they did with Goku, like what their thought process was. I feel like Vegeta is just like significantly better, and it definitely shows in the calcs. Maybe it'll like feel different in game. That is something to keep in mind. On paper and in game can seem pretty different. I mean, for example, I when Super Saiyan 3, Goku, his details first came out, it was like, wow, I mean, like Boo is just like insanely better. And to be fair, I do still think like, I still do like Boo. I think over Super Saiyan 3 Goku because of the tools, but I mean they're pretty close in game. It's just hard to sometimes it can be hard to really feel that stuff out. But I don't feel like that's a scenario you're really gonna look at here. I mean, there's not a lot of variation for the kits, I feel. And what do you like more? The dodge where you have a chance to take no damage, or the tools where you will take damage but you're gonna cut it down by a lot. And I feel like with Vegeta, I mean you can even like what's the highest super in the game? That real super, I guess I should say. Like Goku Frieza, they get up to what, like 5.2 mil? Hey, he could tank that. So it's like he gets pretty crazy. I don't know. I feel like he's just going to be doing a lot more damage. Now, to be fair, Goku does have crits, but I mean, Vegeta's super effective, so I don't know. I feel like Vegeta's just going to be doing more damage and better defensively than Goku. So I'm really like they're not even on the same tier. They really aren't, which is kind of shocking. I would have expected Goku to be better, considering bias, but to be fair, there has been a lot of good Vegeta units this year, so hey, I'll take it. I'm certainly not going to complain. But there we go. I mean, I'll just scroll through them one more time, just in case you want to see. But I mean, I feel like Goku's good. Uh, but like, I just feel like Vegeta is just like significantly better. It's like not even close. It really isn't. But I'm excited for both of them. Now, to be fair, my Vegeta's 55%. I'm really questioning on whether or not I should summon to try and get like a dupe for him. I don't know. We'll see. If I do, I mean, because Buhan's pretty crazy too, and I'd only have my ultimate Gohan at 55%, so I could use at least a dupe of him too. But I don't know. I really do want to save for anniversary. I'll think about it though. I mean, if I do decide to, obviously I'll make a video out of it. But I don't know. I do want to save for anniversary. It might really be like I'll wait and see what the carnival is potentially, and that'll make my decision on whether or not I want to summon. But yeah, there we go. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you guys are thinking of these two down below. Vegeta, looking pretty crazy. Take care.